Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Hello, fire. Hello, fire eyes. Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta refill my water. I'll be right back. Ugh, okay. I have to go assistant. It's like waiting for me. I gotta go for 10. Oh, for sure, for sure. No problems at all, fire. Thank you for dropping by. Always nice to have people drop in. Yeah, I have to enter in this code thing. Man, I somehow allow my back to just get absolutely mogged. Hope you have an amazing stream and that I won't be late to see again. Yeah, of course. Of course, fire. Of course, of course. Have a wonderful life. Well, that sounds bad, actually. I mean, have a good time. Don't get too overwhelmed. Take care of yourself. Make sure to take time. Oh wait, I forgot. Where's the thingy? Oh no, I didn't forget. I'm so smart. Did I? I am so intelligent. Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hello. I feel like we're still. I'm trying to remember, where did we leave off last time? And I feel like I should really just, like, at this point, I should really just have it set so that the. Let me do this real quick, actually. There you go. Alright, nice. Yeah, my throat feels a little bit weird today. So if I sound off, that's why. Close. Okay, we're good. So, back to playing Disco Elysium. We're still on day 6. Sound is fine? Okay, good. Yeah, my throat and my voice has been really, or my, not my voice, but like my throat and my and stuff has been kind of weird the last week or few. So, damn, can you at least do your Vin Diesel impression? What does he sound like? Was it? Wait, isn't he in ARC? He was in the ARC thing. The ARC ad, wasn't he? Wait, let me hold on. He said something. He does family. He says family. Family strong. Wait, let me look him up. Let me look it up. Vin Diesel family. No, that's his actual family. I don't want to see his actual family. Vin Diesel quote.
You ever heard the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I don't have friends. I got family.
Oh, okay, okay, I could do
You ever
that.
heard the saying?
I can do that. I can, hold on. I just need this. Just wait. What did he say again?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But I don't want to get like. I'm not gonna get.
I don't have friends.
I don't have friends.
I got family.
Right. Okay, cool. Thank you, Vin Diesel.
You ever heard the saying?
Wait, how does he?
Friends. I got family.
Dude, is that possible? How do you even do that? I'm not Vin Diesel. Or am I? How do you mute it? Oh, here we go. Okay. Why is it? Why is it broken?
You ever heard the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I don't have friends. No family.
You ever heard the saying?
Yeah, okay. That was peak, actually. Good recommendation. Wait, so what were we even doing the last time we played? Book. Dude, I still remember we had like nothing. I thought I was close to finishing the game, and then like all of a sudden I get fucking 6 new missions. How many missions are in this game, by the way? I would like to know. And also, Chimbly, I know you were saying like, oh, it's fun. You were saying like, oh, it's nice to, it's fun to watch you play because like your playthrough is actually very interesting. Is it normal for people to get this many quests on the first playthrough? Because I feel like, does the game actually just genuinely have this many quests? I want to see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. You even missed the vision quests? Wait, vision quests? What are the vision quests? Vision quests? Oh yeah, I have to check the places for bullet traces. That's what I was gonna do. Vision quest is pretty much your political ideology quest line. Well, okay, listen. I'm sorry I didn't want to be like a fucking radical. You said no to literally every political pop-up. Okay. I'm sorry that literally every option was like, I want to do something evil to the world. I want to be a radicalist. I'm sorry that I don't like... Hey, and then you know what? The game gave me the game was like, hey, you're a centrist, and you know what? Sure, I'd rather have that than have literally every option be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone, or I'm gonna slaughter innocent civilians. No, man. Even if this is a fake world, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just also, why would I do? I'm just a random ass guy who's a police officer. Where do I get in on having that sort of opinion? Anyway, I still want to know how to get up there. I do want to buy that street lamp, though. It's $700, though. How in the hell am I supposed to get $700? Do I have a lot of clothes, at least, or just like a normal amount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I have 47 pieces of clothing. Alright. Boardwalk for Bullet Traces Island. This is the 50s, though. A young lad like you can end up becoming the next political leader because you eat the funny little smiley stamps in a tent out of the middle of the ice. Chimbley, I think you also need to realize this is the 50s of an unknown millennium. And not only that, but like, do you realize how fucked up and weird all the politicians in this game have been? Why would I want to be anywhere near those people? I should just live my life to the best I can and not get involved. I already have my own problems going on. Like, I'm already trying to figure out my own alcoholism and I'm getting over a divorce, obviously, in like the worst way possible. I should not be trying to spread things to others while I don't even know what I'm doing. I got issues. I even shaved my mutton chops. Now I look stupid. How are we supposed to get up here? If you even can. How are my little locusts doing?
The trap is filled with poor things.
What do you mean a sudden change in your outlook can be a good way to figure out your midlife crisis or make it worse? I don't think becoming a radical would be very beneficial.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing, a cold behind this.
I do like how absurd the game gets. I do too.
There's no way the perk is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
You think she's in here?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Wait, but what if I use, that changed nothing. Where would I... Okay, hold on. I remember someone saying something about, like... Someone mentioning... Where would you find... Like, who would realistically have a stronger ply bar? And I think that's a great question. Who would have a stronger ply bar? I like the political quest because it does show you more facets of people you've encountered so far. I mean, that's fair. I figured that with how deep the game is, like, is apparently, like, I thought that choosing not to do any of the political
You
quests would
see,
somehow
a
also
once
have an
bright
effect on
mirror
the outcome of
towering above you.
whatever
The
you get.
signage has peeled off. A slogan.
I want to get in there so bad, dude. I'm in. First playthrough should be you and what you think you should do. Yeah, that's fair.
There's some tear. An empty cigarette package.
Oh, man. I guess I just can't get up there for now. It definitely seems like I'd be able to. And when they said investigate the island, I did ask when you first started to do character creation to make Ray the Disco Wonder. True, you did ask that. Guess I can go in here.
Heavy wooden doors. More than twice. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
My cat is laying on my hand. That's on my mouse.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
I need my sword. What if there's an enemy? Oh god, can I even do the Ikemen voice in this with this? Also, hi Grangum, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I saw you're gonna do a chest thingy with Sora. Pepperoni. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Strange stillness fills with you. It fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay, I won't run. The grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Figure was added later. It's not part of the original church. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No. Looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. Wait, so what kind of, like, chess thing are you guys gonna do? And what is it for? Are you guys, like, betting money on it? No spoiler, didn't say anything? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. A blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies. Does it have to do with the game? The radio game? It's beef. Fair. Prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Paracanasian Litany of Love.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
And also banger content. True.
Maybe if you were to stand
I
at
know I would
just the
lose at
right
chess.
spot,
Like
even your
I can play
footsteps would
chess a
become
little, but
faintly silent.
I never bothered learning any of like the strategies, or I don't even know what any of those are called. I always just played it off of whims. I think I still
And
hear
then
something.
it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual.
Open up with the bonk. You just take a rip and you just like blow the smoke all over the table. And then the elderly man you're going against gets like a, I don't know, He gets he gets bronchitis and dies. That's technically a win.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your
You
hands.
produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total somehow.
Yell.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Kim, what's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's not really. But it's extraordinary. I've never experienced it. Can't hear shit. I've never experienced
I
anything
wonder
like
why
this.
the church was built with such strange acoustics.
For a murder.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
I gotta train for my chess match. Can't you do that while watching
Maybe
the
the
stream,
church is
obviously?
designed
Come
this way
on.
to
Come on,
prevent
man.
boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Why is my model weird? Whatever, man. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing. Hey, what if it's something paranatural? It's probably nothing, just our imagination. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening. Hey, what if it's like
Please,
paranatural?
detective.
Fuck it.
Not
Come
this
on, Kim,
again.
you were into it too, man.
He's trying to act dismissive, but at this particular moment, he's more open than usual to the idea of paranatural phenomena.
Look into the bell
The
tower.
orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Oh, let's go. 97%. Try to see beyond the shadows.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
All the shadows
It's
movements.
not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
Blink. Oh shit.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Big spoiler off there. Go train for your match. You got this. You got this, Grand Gummy.
Maybe it's
can beat
possible
Sora.
to talk to it.
Nosferatu?
The shadow is
Can we
a
do Sora
man,
in pain?
a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The crab man.
Say nothing, be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks, and maybe the ceiling climbing too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
It's kind of funny that even the game is recognizing the fact that I haven't even drunk lately. I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Oh, hell no. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wayne. I could smell the control all the way over here.
I'm doing just fine, thank you. Okay, fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do. You don't know me. You don't know what it's like. There's something white pursuing me. White and very sad. Conversation's making me uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else. Okay, I'm fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
Fuck you, Crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Adjust your tie. Why do you who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. It's just stupid. I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me.
The grave's coming for your little identity sooner than you think, Holmes. You sure you're ready? The mother could set you free from all that shit.
His words echo in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege, saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider. If you're not a crab, then what are you? Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human. Hey, it's your neighbors who came. Yeah, if you weren't a crab, then what are you? I want to know what he wants to be called.
I always thought of myself more like a flame.
Okay, I like that
flickering
idea.
along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
I see what you've done. You've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church or perhaps with the mother herself. You've got some nice curves going there. These seem a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished. I do kind of want to do this one just to see what he would say, but I know I can't go back. I mean, the most obvious answer is this one, right? Ah, man. Oh, I just want to know what happens if I press this. I want to know so bad. Oh, I want to know so bad. You know what? There's a time and a place.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and a woodcarver?
I was in a gang way. but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, and it haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Bioshock
Do
guy.
you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Costello? My name is Sharon Dubron. My place in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter. You know what? Yeah, my name's Harry. Extend a hand for greeting.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Damn. Alright, what are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about? What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I still don't understand what you're doing in the church right now. Who's this mother of silence?
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Alright, what will happen once you drink from the perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch from one drug to another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is a kind of
I
drug.
heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice. I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I was being insensitive. Let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
Alright, I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about.
So is that why he's
It's
like
the
a
singing of
flame?
burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are
I get-
without sound.
How'd you even find this place, the
Hard to
church?
say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Okay, you've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Alright, do you know where the other spooker is? Point of the strange machines
Other
around you.
spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Damn it, this is the one time I could have known Spanish. Fuck. Should have taken Spanish instead of German. If only there was like a, I don't know, more German, you know, god damn it. So it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age
Just
is
mix the two
one of
languages
many masks we
together.
wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Garnish.
Did it ever seem to you like she was
True.
hiding here from something?
The lieutenant seems to be thinking the same.
You mean like a fugitive?
He glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. And he shakes his
No,
head.
man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe
Yes.
only about her machines.
Maybe this girl has something to do with the,
I
Hmm.
see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
Right, thanks.
You just have to wait until she comes back, or
Or search through her radio computer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the ravers turning into a nightclub just yet. I wanna find other stuff here first. Bullet filled with water, a live wire runs directly into it. These wires work as contact microphones. Two decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. What would be the point of having contact microphones there, though? A portable Harman Wowshe tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. The antenna, Remasker AR-1, is buzzing with energy. Wait, isn't this just like the one in the other
A machine
place?
stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, this machine just looks like the one in the Doom commercial
It's
area.
also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Alright, let me investigate it. Step behind
You
the
see
computer.
fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central
Beep beep boop boop
compartment
beep boop
is
boop beep
wide
boop boop boop
open.
boop beep.
The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Inside
Behind
the
the
compartment.
hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon.
It's this
Votre
lady.
accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeat Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the cord by the tape of the film and just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Is it my birthday?
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I don't know the password.
I will register this log. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Wait, a Forge's accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area.
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Alright, I'm done.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Alright, we need a password. Mesk Bangers Red Brokes. Spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. A cracked plane of glass, colorful. What are these things? Mesk Banger's silk scarf. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. Can I pick up the bottle? This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and misc-floral motives. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif seen on the tongue. Toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. I can pick it up. I didn't miss any bottles, did I? Wait, what is that thing? Oh my god, it's Cold Momadakwa. Holy shit.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Sure.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes
The
first.
world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope.
Open your eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
She acknowledges. She acknowledges the passing of someone who's still alive. It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Alright, do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism? +1 read The Greatest Innocence. I sure did read that book. I read every book.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence.
Man, it's a good thing I read all those books and
The
bought them all
innocence
for so
of
much money.
humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I read a book, but it was fuzzy.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler.
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event,
Interesting.
a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi.
I wonder if there's an
She
ending
is,
where you
among
can
other
become an
things,
innocent. I
the
kind of
innocence
doubt
of
that, because that feels
inter-Isolary
like...
travel and
I don't
the
feel like that's
connected
part of like
world.
what your character could do. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
Fuck this pain, Bratan! It's unhealthy!
No, you must know.
Alright, what else?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly,
What even
often
is
tragic
the Pale?
endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
How does that?
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supremwindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
For crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect
I'm just trying to see if any of this can provoke
insultingly
more
beautiful.
weird
It was
thoughts.
as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen. One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but
She's a
something else.
phasmid.
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8
Thank
times.
you for the head pads.
The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
Was there something bad about her I want to know?
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from inacentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Oh, kitty. My cat is touching the keyboard.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb. In icons such as this,
Welcome back.
she was
Welcome back.
also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreiter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Her intense, calm voice echoes in the cool air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Yell war criminal. Seems I'm missing out. What are we doing? Not too much. We got inside this church thingy and we looked around. We found a guy. He's chilling. He is into religious stuff. And then I found this one. She's an innocence, and the innocents in this game are like old political figures, or like political figures that were used to like push humanity forward and stuff. And then I was thinking about my character was thinking about this one. She's somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Nothing, just looking around. She's beautiful. She's not human. War criminal. Was he hot? I liked his accent. But, didn't really see him. I'll just say she's not human.
Okay.
He takes his glasses off to clean them. Then, after a while, he says,
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
An imperceptible tinge of fear. The lieutenant is afraid of the church. He does not know why, but he is.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in
Had
the
a
village
cold.
was
I'm a
right.
little cold. A little
This must be
chilly.
the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You do have the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Thank you, thank you.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Okie dokie. Okay, what else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
With the machinery.
Respectful. Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted the raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
Oh, he's still pretty much fun. Nom noms. I am not edible. Unless you're cannibal. Well, is it cannibalism? Huh.
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess it would depend on if you think like sub races are capable of cannibalism. If it's like I don't know, like is it cannibalism if like I don't know, a donkey eats a mule? Well, they wouldn't even do that, would they? Well, if a lion eats a tiger, is that cannibalism? Why did my stomach just growl? I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to
It wouldn't
keep this
count by
one
50
forgotten.
because you're a cat.
It happened a while
You're only
ago.
half a cannibal.
It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
I don't like her. She looks like a lever. Stroke her chin first. I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Okay. Okay, reconstruct the glass.
A jigsaw
Yes.
of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned. Or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is the older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying
How are you? I'm
detail.
doing good. I'm doing good. My voice and throat felt a bit weird for a little bit, but besides that, doing good. The weather's been getting nicer and stuff, so that's been nice. And besides having to do some paperwork and other things, I've been being able to be a little bit more chill and stream a little bit more. So I'm happy about that. And I don't know, just being able to get back to streaming more consistently is just fun for me. So I'm happy about that.
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death.
Thank
After
God
death,
my encyclopedic
life
knowledge
again.
knows French.
After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death,
Death.
after.
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Voice weird. You're not Vento, I suppose? I mean, I can't tell how much she sounds like normally cute to me. Thank you. I don't know. I just like, maybe I just feel like it feels weird because I hear it in my head and I'm like,
In the early
maybe
years,
I just
it was even
didn't hear my own
incorporated
voice
as
for a
the
little. I
RCN
don't know.
slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What's the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Jesus Christ. I like the other one better.
So do I.
Employ critical theory 9 times.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed.
I
in
am
her
this is there.
expression.
These are just between what I normally hear. True, fair. True and fair. Yeah. I have 2 level up points. I wish I could level up these. I'm so annoyed I can't. Oh, it's annoying. Alright, what should I level up? Oh wait, didn't I want to forget something so I could learn something new? What was it? Arno van Eyck. Right, I wanted to do this one. What was I gonna get rid of? The Fairweather thing? Ah. Okay, let's get rid of this one. And then we'll look at... We could do Homosexual Underground, or we could do Arno van Eyck. We'll do Arno van Eyck. It's 50 minutes. White morning, give you million. What's the other one that we just had that we got rid of? What's the one down here? Oh, okay. I see. I already know this guy is gonna be like, no, I don't want to give this to the weird hooligans.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Have you ever by chance heard the viejita say the password to her radio
Too
computer?
many times, Esse. You need it for something.
Just a little.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Oh, let's talk about coffee. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Fair. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
What do you think about the nightclub? Well, do they have a reason to be scared first?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore.
Alright. What do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing.
Fair.
Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? Why not?
Okay.
He said that in spite-
Okay,
I
thanks.
think we're done here, Essay.
The figure crawls off into the
That
darkness
was
above.
an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
There's the bird. Where did he say the coffee was? I actually already instantly forgot where he said the coffee was. Well, at least now we can look at this.
Hey, Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the Headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
What? Who win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
What does that mean? In the back, I assume it's up the rafters? Maybe. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one. Should I forget about it then? I feel like I should forget about it. Forget about
No.
it.
It would have been beautiful. Really tiny, thoughtful, clever. Whatever this was, it feels like you made the right choice not to peek into it.
Wait, maybe I should have peeked
The
into
machine's
it.
keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print.
Alright,
button.
let's play
the
again.
speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old
Good afternoon.
I think I have the
Good.
password.
Please repeat.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. For trace accident, is there an goodbye?
the machine's
Press
keyboard.
print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Alright, read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Alright, read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting of his boot. Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simor for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio
It
computers.
has to do with Fortress
Unfortunately, I
Action
don't know
and
enough
and
about
the
them to
the
understand
We're
what
All
the author
game.
is
It
saying.
has to. Wait, if I did all of this before meeting the guy in the container yard, would I have been able to
Something about
actually
the
get him
backup
to get on
data
board?
getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artist, programmers, Lexi, who are these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Alright, read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Alright, read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Wait, actually, I want to level up my logic again. Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some
I
kind
like
of
how I
young
just randomly
disco
did that.
men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing
Girl
herself.
on the ice?
Read the 9th
March
entry.
51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me, I broke in.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Alright, read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
I did not think that's what she's gonna look like. Make straight for... Okay, well, she's walking, I assume, because we're in a church. Also, I just realized it says, like, LE... Laird device? Something?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Shake eyes at you as you hold down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I am a circuit
I do
bender.
apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you I'm not an expert circuit breaker. Or I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access coalition military data links. We're looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. We thought they might be hiding here. We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity. We're looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. We thought they might be hiding here.
No one's hiding here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. Hey, are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Okay, cool. And who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient
Who
in
gave
both
you your
Vox
jewelry and
Orbis
Kopak?
languages.
Spoiler I did, because I'm cold. I'm cold. You're gonna strip me of my jacket? No.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't
So
really
we
know how
will-
I can help you.
How you doing, Winter?
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Ow. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Have you seen the crab man? Have you seen anyone suspicious, say a woman named Ruby? Why are there so many machines in this place? What are you doing in a abandoned church? How do you feel about hypnotic dance music? Have you seen the crab man?
No?
But you know he's
Yes.
around? Sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. I get streaked and vanish again, Lamel. Oh, right. I still need to set up a redeem for that. I don't know how, though. Wait, let me make a note to myself. Did I even make a note for myself last time and I just forgot? Alright, have you seen anyone suspicious, say a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why are you using an antenna? What are you doing with your radio computer? What are the bowls of water over there? Okay, why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAM Prefect, that's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then antenna is its processing unit.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a little.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
Got it. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate, Winter. Ow. And the AR1, it's a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is
Rock
an unstable
funk.
region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated
My
to
cat
it.
just stretched and her tail like her tail just like curled like a little like a spring coil. That was so cute. Why did your tail do that?
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
Alright, what are you doing with the radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point? I really
I'm a
need to
resident
focus on something.
yapper. Alright, goodbye, Winter. Thank you for dropping by. Have a
It's
nice
not
rest of
just
your day.
rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
Isn't your REM Prefect radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and Reims Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards, so I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a Reims Prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see Ream prefects in every police department, for example.
How did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade Reim Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain.
Alright, and then what about the bowls of water?
They are connected to my Reim Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Alright. I think she's using them to pick up the sound waves. Obviously, because they're contact microphones. Right, I'll try not to touch anything.
Great.
Question. What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Huh?
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She suddenly resorted in the conversation, waiting for
Easy.
the answer.
You measure it by the world around it.
See? This is why I upgraded this, even though I technically would have passed it still. Well, and does it mean that we're living a world that has holes in it? That was a good movie, though. A good movie. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings on that which exists. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here on the science. Okay. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, that which exists.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Yeah, hold on a moment. Had its moments.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Listen, sometimes my hold on a moments are just what you need. Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
What about other supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
Alright, do you have any idea where the hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives, though.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here? With his little crab magic
No,
and sorcery? His little... He might go like... And then that might summon little demons.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Alright, you said the research isn't going well, why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking.
You could
and
just
let me work.
triangulate it. You guys not have that concept in this world? Just triangulate it. It's like kind of easy. You put 3 points down and you get the readings from all of them and then you move them over and over again. Maybe you should do that. But like... Yep, I know what I'm talking about. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, about that 2mm hole
The
again.
Swallow, you mean? Great.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
No!
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
What are you, 40? It's the... yes. Yes, I've, as a... How old am I again? 45? I should not be saying this. I'm 44 or something. Same here, it doesn't just connect. Here. Not like disco does anyway. 40... Am I 40? I don't remember. Hey, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it? Yeah, why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, right. But how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build.
I already know that. Why can't I just say, oh, I know they wanted to build like a speed factory. They wanted to make a drug den. But I convinced them not to. Now they're good little boys.
Take a guess, why don't you?
Youth center, petting zoo, maybe some community space. I can't... I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dream music. They said it's their... dance music, they said it's a dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck.
Wait, did I not already talk to them? And I literally got it out of them that they were literally like... They were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking...
Oh no.
we're gonna make drugs there.
Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise.
Okay.
Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on, just threw it away, and then it ended up in the hawthorn tree. But why? Did he think it was retrograde? It wasn't. Perhaps he caught a glimpse of the future and did not want for it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it.
All Motorix white checks unlocked. Reveals Arnold Van Eyck gig posters in the world. I just had to tell Andre about Suna's thoughts.
Yes, what is it?
Okay. My other cat's on the desk. Get off! Serious business. Which he's making a hexagram. Oh wait, it's right here. That's the hole. The hole's right there. Can I tell her, like, hey, I found the hole? I found the hole. I guess not. Well, it sucks for her. You needed to do that? All I had to do was walk around. You suck at finding holes. Just built different.
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up!
Thought about the discarded melody and came to the conclusion that Von Eyck has lived around here.
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I checked out the
And
church.
What happened?
Talked to the crab man.
Oh man, who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay to be honest, very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem, he's a crab man. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem.
That's just,
now
it's
that
just
I
a
think
guy,
of it.
dude. He's just a guy.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did
I was
you
using
see
the
her?
I was using the mainframe when when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortis accident
A
appeared.
programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the Nordic dance club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I want to evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
That I am a police officer.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Exactly. And after all, I'm supposed to be a role model for these kids.
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
Alright.
Goodbye, officer.
Bye-bye. I should also tell, Cell
Hello
that
again.
she didn't... Oh, well, I guess I can't. I was gonna tell her that actually the person she saw was not a psychopath. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. I don't know what people are. Oh my god, ass. Hello. I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work.
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's
Are
the
you-
failure of Fortress Accident.
Are you bitter because of your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Suggestion 97% research not going well. Discovered Fortress accident with the dice maker.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom Head anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for?
No, that's the production
Oh.
schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still,
What's an offsite copy and why do you need
it's a
it?
backup of my former employer's project.
I
The
totally
radio
thought that was
game
gonna
we
be
were
it.
working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
True.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading,
This
furious
is
eyes.
clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
By your old workspace, you mean the Studio Fortress accident in the Doom commercial area?
That's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
I've actually already been in there.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
I put a dead body in that fridge.
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Alright. Found the notes in the ice per fridge. It had said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislav.
Zawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Zawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms to
And
find.
the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
I found the ice cream maker but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Really not helpful,
There's
lady.
a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
We put a dead body in the fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Whose body is it?
Don't worry, I put it there temporarily. It's all part of an official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
The investigation warranted it.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't
Alright.
care.
Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Alright, why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez. And people from Martinez have never
Kim doing
ever
damage
seen
control?
a
Dude,
radio copy.
I don't know why Kim thinks it's
She
such a
thinks
big deal. Who
it
cares if
emits
people figure
elemental
out that the
heat.
police put a dead body in a bear freezer? No one's gonna believe it. They don't even know there's a bear freezer down there. Except like one person. It's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh. That's only because of their socioeconomic system. But what if it does emit evil? Yeah, it's just because of their socioeconomic system.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rame Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry
And
bar.
here's my Qualsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
New
It hurts a
tool!
bit for her to say
Bring!
this.
Let's
She's
go!
not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Yes? Thanks.
You are the best character in the game. Oh, I almost started running in the church. I would have died. I would have been smited down for my foolishness. Also, I have $75, but like, how in the world was I ever supposed to be able to like get 700? Was I just supposed to never ever spend anything ever? Wait, if I didn't try to open this door, if I didn't try to open the door until I had the multi-tool, would it have worked?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
It's military. The washerwoman.
Wait, let me equip it. A pry bar +2. Let's fucking go. Okay, come on.
An old door.
Ah, stupid ass game, man. I'm looking at that. I'm gonna go look to see if the Phasmid's here.
Just dead and poor thing.
Damn it. One day the locusts will be there and the Phasmid will be there. I swear, one day. I went the wrong way. This way. Why does the multi-tool look like this anyway? Wait, does that mean I can get inside this building? Also, the things that I can now find Arno von Eyck posters around. I don't know where I would find any of those though. Checking this.
There's some tear.
No.
An empty.
What is even the purpose of being able to find an Arno von Eyck poster? Maybe to sell? Stuck. Oh. Fate remains of a poster with the date 46. A name is faintly legible. On Ike.
You see, a slow.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Come on, dude. I have a big ass thing. Let me use it.
Hello again.
Have you been talking to other police officers?
Yes, at some point, I'm sure I have. There was this one rather memorable instance when I had a chance to meet the head of Dominion Police of Königstein. And as you know, they have this very distinctive dress uniform with scarlet breeches and little cylindrical fur caps. I think these are called...
Wait, what was it that you wanted to ask?
God damn it. So I need reaction speed. I knew I should have upgraded reaction speed because I feel like there's been so many checks for it lately. Alright, well let's go from here to a different place. Let's go... I mean, I could check the dock thing, but I don't think I even need to go in there.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named
What
Ruby on the
name?
coast?
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Oh, okay, but you know what I'm talking about.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about the retaliation. You know something, we're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. You know something, we're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too. As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the
Hollow
floorboard
space underneath
aside.
the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search the sand and
You
sawdust.
stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What is
A
it?
small cylindrical object. You pull it out.
Ah.
A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
This bullet isn't for a breacher like the murder weapon.
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Okay, reaction speed go up.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you
Okay,
up
why
at
was
night.
there a bullet under the
What
floorboards
can
of
I
your
help
shack?
you? Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to
You
the washroom.
didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her.
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move into the water buckets and water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Alright, you said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your
Yes.
Kanema.
That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Is the room exactly as she left
I
it?
cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No,
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
This Ruby is an old lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village elder, unlike you.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
She wanted to talk to her, as they usually do, but she was brooding.
Why do you think she let the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back toward her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
This, spread your hands.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. Ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure,
Maybe it was
she
not
was
from
no stranger to the
my
bottle.
hands, but then from
She
the world?
fit in that
I don't
way.
know.
But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
The sun sets for everyone.
I'm succeeding all these checks,
She
holy shit.
isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
That feels like it's pointed. Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Brought up the coast we go, but she's using a haystack. Man, I was really hoping she'd be fighting this village. Are you sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet? That place is huge. She's a needle in a haystack.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
More questions
What more do you... Yes, let one
Bye.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
Did you find her? Please go easy on her.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Well, no matter what happens, I gotta see why would she do the thing she did and etc.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I really don't want to, like I know it would help the community for Everett to, or it would help the community to have better resources here, but at the same time, I really don't want, I do not want
the scruffy-haired little boy kicks
like
the
the people
while
that are living
other
here to get
watches
evicted
him
because of
do it.
that. Have you seen any bad people
What
around?
bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Okay. What about the girl in here?
Hello, mister.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Luby. Raluby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in, as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can.
Oh, come on, you had to
But then,
establish authority to those 4-year-olds.
Uller.
Kids.
I still think little Ellie is adorable.
Bye.
I mean, I could give the guy his jacket back, but I want the full fallen fit before I give him everything.
The legend! He's back!
Damn cool, Abigail.
Are you seeing any woman around lately?
Abigail? Damn cool.
There was little chance he...
Yeah, fair.
Damn cool.
Wake up.
There's no wake.
Okay.
Tequila sunset.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
I don't know if I want to give him his jacket, though. Because I want, the full fit, and I'm only missing, one thing. I'm only missing the fawn shirt before I have the full fawn fit. Or the glasses, if there are fawn glasses. Alright, let's go take a look at that sign. I'm really hoping it wasn't Ruby who shot the guy. But then I'm realizing that maybe it really was the other lady.
Hello again.
I've been talking to other police officers.
Yeah, and as you know...
Yeah.
What was it that you wanted
Still a
to
failure. I really want to ask him for money. Oh, I do so bad. But I won't.
You see, A once bright, a slogan used to intertwine with the
Step
loops along.
closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are
Oh,
cracking
thank you for the
and
hydrate.
will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling
Thank you,
and
Gimlet.
sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
I only have Shivers 3. But I have a 97%. Found the empty trap. Heard Lena's true story. Went on a date. Reconstructed the execution. Made that awful call. And the death notification. What's the empty trap and Lena's true story have to do with this?
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet.
A
There is no
20.
cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
Probably exploring the area where Kim said it could be the other areas. What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your
I
hands
succeeded,
fallen
though.
to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts? To Rivershore?
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Yes! I want to go in the storm drain so bad.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Detectives yearn for the storm drain. So true. I can try again and a 97% again.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
Say, I think she's down there below the building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me.
So, how do we get in there?
He
doors
just
were on
believes
the
it.
collapsed side of this building.
I love you, Kim.
They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it. Enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old.
I'm
and I
only
plan to live
43.
to see 70.
I'm younger than him. Somehow. Well, looks like it's my time to shine.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Says the
The
situation.
distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180?
I'm like 180 seems about
Not
right.
to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit?
It really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Okay. Teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
Don't gloat, just stand there like a samurai master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
Fucking lies, man.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away.
He just doesn't want me to
lieutenant's
succeed in
voice.
life.
Faintly, you
Debbie
hear,
Downer.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
You know what? Because you broke my fun, I'm not gonna let you in. Bitch. I'm not letting you inside. And also possibly because she may have a gun and may shoot you, but I have a thing that stops me from dying. Sometimes just weapon has been destroyed by artillery fire. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Postcard Martin is 98. How many postcards do I have now? 08, 21, 33, 37, 46, 51. I assume 98 then has to be the oldest one. Hold on, let me save. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Acquainted office furniture last century, maybe. Brought down and forgotten so long ago. Should I walk around with the sword? I don't even know what the point of it is. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Kim, I'm not gonna let you in, I'm sorry. You broke my illusion. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. Series of thick, dusty panes of glass.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computer components.
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system.
How'd they do that, and why?
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
Interstellar suit jacket. Hold on. I actually do kind of want to continue without Kim. Because I have a weird feeling. I have like a sneaking suspicion that maybe this is like the one time I really shouldn't. I just don't want to bring him with me. Something about it. In the beam of a flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Revolutionary's hat. Style, fabric, and smell. Smells, fabric, smell, steel, fabric, smell, and dust. Don't slept here in months, maybe years. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Same slit window you saw from outside.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
What does that mean? What should I don't know what I should increase now. Maybe reaction speed. And then, what are the clothes I have on, like? Empathy's fine. Composure. Perception, interfacing. What are my overall stats? 10 perception, 10 empathy. Okay, I think it's fine. Where did they say the helmet was? Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears more worn than the other. There's something in the air. An unnatural buzzing. Town collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. I feel like I'm gonna get shot. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Money. Why do I feel so nervous? It feels strange.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. The static overcomes you. The darkness takes over as you feel yourself slipping into an unknown mute state. Oh,
I died?
it's death. This is the end. Cop dies under the boardwalk. An officer of the RCM, hot on the track of a suspect, died yesterday, of causes yet to be determined. I told him not to go after the suspect without me, said Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, the deceased partner on the case. But it seems that he wanted to play the hero. It's just like him to run straight into the lion's den, fly unzipped and arms flailing, said Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, friend and colleague of the officer. If ever I saw a man with a death wish.
Okay. I was like, this is why I didn't want to take Kim in here, because I know for a fact that if I walked over there, Kim would die too. So we can't do this right now then, I assume. Do I need the helmet? But can I even still get the helmet? Do I have any, like, headphones? No. Oh wait, this is like a set. Can I get even more? There is a few other things I can look at. Maybe I should leave here for now. Because obviously, I don't want my brain to get fried. Hi, Kim.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get this door open.
Fine. What a spoil sport.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How'd you even get in here?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean?
Kim just jealous of your teleporting abilities? Exactly.
Under the
That's why he
boardwalk.
was also saying I
It's next to a
climbed
drain
like I
pipe,
didn't.
Possibly a storm drain.
He's quite proud of himself.
At least now we know a quick way in
Yes,
and out.
we have an exit. So let's get going. Time to investigate these passages.
No, it's not time actually. Kim, we gotta go. We're not here yet. Okay, do I have reaction speed stuff? Because I want to figure out what that guy was saying. IBRB, alright. For every second you're gone, I will charge you $1 million. Do I even have any reaction speed stuff? Oh, I do. Choose. Dead guy pants. Okay, time to see if this changes at all.
Hello again. Me? And as you know...
Wait, what was it that you wanted to ask?
How am I supposed to get my total to 4 more? Alright. I do want to see if we can go in this building now, though.
A few locusts, poor things.
God damn it. The phasmid's real. Maybe if you like go like clinically insane, it kind of works.
The trap is filled with poor things.
Okay, where? Tools. Equip. Maybe I'd be able to break in now. The game sucks. Horrible game. I hate this game. Didn't they tell me the helmet was somewhere though? I feel like I remember that. They said something about... What did they say? I know the boots were gone, but I don't know where the helmet is. Can I not get over here? I also really wanted to open that unopenable door. But now my life is ruined. And I can never open it unless I play the game all over again. But she has my gun. Why can't I do the novelty does make her shivers thingy? Church doors, Rene Arnault, I cannot do his. He's literally fucking dead. Map wall. Boarded door, ice cream maker. Oh yeah, I can do the ice cream maker. I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes it's glitchy with the teleport. With a grime, a dark neon poster reads Van Eyck, totally transcendent.
The dented yellow mailbox.
Oh, sorry, officer. What do you... Officer?
Oh, I can't get a sandwich anymore. I didn't want it anyway. Look gross. I've been eating the same sandwich for like 4 days. Nasty.
This coin-operated viewer, the metal. This coin-operated viewer, your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring, the curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer, the lenses shift. The ghost it looks. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Should I come from there?
Can you tell? From this distance?
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in.
Gotta say, it was a damn good sandwich. Gotta savor every bite. Well, okay, then I didn't want to rip it from his little hands. Also, he's an old man. They take a while to chew. Message has been carved onto the wall. Trans Nation. Fuck Nation. I mean, fuck. I mean, Ike Nation. Why did I say fuck Nation? That was bad. I'm not gonna laugh like that ever again. What was that, man? An old poster pit hidden below the new ones. Arnold van Eyck, 49. Sounds like an obscure live performance in a dirty underground bunker. Wait, Joyce is gone? Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you. Joyce says the note on the post. The village on the coast? Why would she go there? Just double checking that there's no posters I missed. How you doing, Cindy?
Hello again, officer.
She hates me. I'm gonna steal things from your room because you are mean. She has nothing in her room. I forgot I already took everything. It's fine. I didn't even want to go in there anyway.
Give me
Nothing. 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 Anything new about the sash you had?
A plaster cast.
Nah. Anything in here? Nothing. Hello, father.
The aging alcoholic.
He's still dead. Not dead. He's still alive. I mean, kind of. Wait, did I miss the thing? Maybe wasn't I gonna check up on her the day after or something?
This door is made of metal and a pit. No one.
Let's go.
Yeah, Kim. Okay. There's no Anna Van Eyck posters here. Still don't know what's in there. Child.
Trying to sneak up on.
Yeah. I mean, doing a quick run around can't hurt.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime,
Instrument of
Romance,
Surrender.
and Biographies of Famous People. Okay, but please.
The woman.
She doesn't care. Child.
Hi, Ace
No.
Detective.
What was this one again?
Several The maps look old and this large ozone disintegrated in the north, radiating outwards from you. The suzerain Revachol. With you can. Lost. 850 million people live. The ocean connections to other. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Conceptualization. I don't care. What? Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fashions was their magic.
Shelves full of.
Why don't I have magic? That's fucked up. Life is unfair, actually. And I already lifted this, so I don't know why I would need to do again.
The barbell.
Does this place look a little more green than before? Like, it looks more foggy. Or am I, like, crazy? Okay, hold on.
Tiles on the cube are still
insert
like
this.
A smooth draw.
Press
The
play.
speaker.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the product? Good.
Afterlife death.
I've unlocked the...
Really? She just used the same password?
Yeah, most people do.
Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid.
Fortress accident. Is there any thank...
Tiles on the cube
Print.
with a quiet determination. The printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a handheld.
Read the
It's a
printout.
project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
Read about capital. I want to know about money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Gosh, where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Okay, what about the workforce?
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Yeah, why did a radio game need so many
It
concept
didn't.
artists? It didn't need so many?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Skim through the production schedule, whatever
The
it is.
production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Because the concept artist?
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. With their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches, it was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million Rial game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
I could have bridged the gap.
No, you couldn't have.
The one time in the game I need volition. Literally everything in the fucking game doesn't need this, and the one time I need it. Fuck you, video game. What do you mean I totally could have?
Definitely not.
What do you mean?
Not a chance. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that...
Why is my conceptualization so low?
...never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswaf Jalisa, decided that what Whirl Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
How many heads were there?
So many.
Jesus
The last
Christ.
count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations could you make out of
Do
that?
you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Yeah, how bad could it be? It's still going. I'll keep going.
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
Keep going.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
I was so... Just let the numbers wash over you. That's it. Okay, so
And
that's
that's it.
Okay, so that's what did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
That must be the anomaly Suna mentions in the church
On
log.
the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in
When
the
the
air.
project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Wasn't there a copy of the game, a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
It's not very convincing, is
Her
it?
former colleagues would agree with you.
Is there anything else in this lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Read the notes at the end.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Half the
Tiles
brilliance
on
are
the
away.
cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Hold on. I need to save this project. Where's my close for conceptualization? What was the other one, right? There was conceptualization and one other one. Savoir-faire? No. Interfacing? Yeah, interfacing. Okay, this is about as much as I can do. I could try conceptualization now. Do I really not have anything for interfacing? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, yeah, that's the same thing. Alright, let me try again.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a hand. It's the first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be the production schedule. Not it was they thought they couldn't.
I could have bridged the gap.
You couldn't have.
I totally could have. Fuck. So I need 3 more conceptualization.
Not a chance. Even then, success remained. That is, until they discovered this place was to be the valley. So many. The last. Do you really want to know?
Okay, and then the whole this thing. And then how much does my interfacing need to go up?
The lieutenant taps. What if you broke the radio computer? What
I
if
need
it's
3
never
more.
going to stop?
Please stop. Oh, it doesn't even stop.
Well, yeah, that. On the nature, what is clear? When the team spent weeks on the mysterious, it was the lead. Yes, I didn't have a home anymore. That's not what her colleagues. The production schedule. Tiles on the cube.
Okay.
Tiles on the cube behind the filament.
So I need, what did I say? I need 3 more interfacing and what? How much more conceptualization? Like 3? Dude, how am I supposed to get that many stats? Especially because look at how much of this is limited. My conceptualization is already maxed out. Interfacing could be leveled up by 3. Just do a quick prescription of whatever the old Revolutionarian kings used to clear their minds. No, I refuse. I refuse. I will never take drugs or drink alcohol in this game because I want Harry to become a better person. Alright? Is that so wrong? Okay.
This old the whole thing resembles Kadran.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Did I not put skill points in Shivers? Oh, I could only put 1, couldn't I? Is there any way to increase my skill caps besides researching stuff? Because, I mean, getting rid of the Arno von Eyck one really wouldn't matter too much.
thick layer of... The bear's eyes are still glowing red. What? Only the red cable is plugged into the brake. An electric sizzle. The room...
I don't even know what that does.
This orange machine is dead still.
17%?
Ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Machine unplugged. Better grip with gloves. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Do I have other stuff with physical instrument? I know I do, right? This thing? That's only +1 physical instrument. Same as this one. I'll put it on anyway. Physical instrument. Anything else? Oh. -2, never mind. +1. Okay. What's it at now?
This orange machine is dead still.
42%. Well, let's see. Hold on. I don't want to fuck up.
This orange machine is
Alright.
dead still. It
Crack
has
open the lid.
Ice
Oh,
groans and
shit!
howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
Take the filament memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer.
I am really curious. I mean, what's the harm? It's gonna take 1 second. Like, literally 1 second. It'll take 1 second, and I surely won't break it. I'll just have to make sure I put on interfacing clothes. Where were they? Put that on. Did I already forget what the interfacing thing is? Hand-eye coordination, would that matter? What is it now? Perception? No, put that on. Wait. Am I already wearing the interfacing stuff? No. Or wait, yeah I am. Okay. I'm just double checking to make sure that there's nothing else I could put on that might help in case of something bad happening. Okay, should be fine. Let's see. I really hope this doesn't break it.
Cube are still small.
Insert the
like
outside
a
copy.
smooth drawer. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard,
Press
the
play.
speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the good? Please
Afterlife
no,
death.
that's not.
Fuck!
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw
Okay.
on the stained
After
glass
death,
window.
life again.
Good.
Yes!
I've unlocked the offside copy. After any
Ka-ching.
fortress accident, thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink.
Wait, uh-oh.
Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. The filaments you have would fit perfectly.
I read the
paper
printout.
is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
Examine the printout again.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Marked by the devil itself. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sorna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it.
What happened? It's just covered in ink.
Something is obviously broken here.
Tear off the
Tiles
printout.
on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework.
Is it okay? It's not broken, is it? It looks like it might be broken. Offsite copy. I mean, it looks like it's fine. It looks like it's fine, doesn't it? It looks like it's fine. It's fine. She's not even gonna know. She won't know a thing.
Yes, what is it? Yes?
Brought the filament.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's gonna happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
What are you hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. It's the abyss staring back at you.
Please, just stop. Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Do you think she'll be mad if I'm like, oh, it's the same spot that I found it? Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything?
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
You did it. You found the coordinates.
I found the coordinates.
Holy crap.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So where is it?
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Alright, I'll go.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third bull 2 centimeters to the left, fourth bull 5 centimeters to the right.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions.
Third
Nothing
2
intellectually
to left,
stimulating.
fourth
In
5
this
to right.
task, a
Third
child
2 to
could
left,
do it.
5. Wait, third 2 to left, 4 5 right. 3 2 left, 4 5 right. 3 2 left, 4 5 right. 3 2 left.
Yes,
4
but
5
you
right.
like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Sure.
Thanks.
3 2 left, 4 5 right. 3 2 left, 4 5 right. 3 2 3. Which one's the wait? Which one's the third one? 3 2 3.
It's awfully silent again. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It's awfully silent. Measurements have been marked down. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It's awfully silent. Measurements. Oh boy, this.
It doesn't tell me which one's which. Oh, you motherfucker. How do I know which one's which? No. Can I ask you again for help? Just a refresher.
Yes. What is it?
Okay. No, I know what I'm doing. 3 2 left, 4 5 right. One, 2. And this is connected over with this one. This one. Wait, no. Wait, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Where is this connected to? Two of them are connected to the same one? Which one's which? Oh, they're all the
It's
same.
awfully measurements have been. Oh boy.
Okay, I thought I had to
this
know
is
which one was
going
which.
to
Thank
be
God.
good.
Third bull from the left, 2 centimeters away.
Moves like a ghost. With this task is an insult to your mental skills.
I don't care. It's fine. We're the fourth bull from
Some
the left.
water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
I'm so fucking stupid.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
I walk. We're in a sacred place. I wonder what happens if you run.
Yes, what is it?
I've moved the bulls.
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, isn't it gonna mess up because of the music from the other guys? Because she said it was the same over and over, so she changed. Uh-oh. Why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it gonna be just silence and
I
nothing else?
don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen
But
to
isn't it
something
because
that
she only
doesn't exist?
calculated for the previous music? Isn't she gonna hear the new one? She wrote an algorithm to take out the music, but didn't she take it out? She wrote an algorithm to take out the old music, not the new music, right? Because didn't we give them new beats to like incorporate into their music, and so now it's not the same music as it was before?
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
Yeah, sure, you're right.
Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities has to be terrifying?
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
It's scary, but we just have to
Yeah.
face it.
You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on oversized headphones, ready to press unmute.
The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Say nothing.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well,
Damn it.
she lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones, still avoiding your gaze. Well, at least the world seems to be alright.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean, did nothing happen? What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the
No.
swallow? She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
The Kolda Mamadakwa!
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
The Kolda Mamadakwa!
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
Yes, but can I hear anything? You know, what does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Great, I'll go talk to them.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Guys, I am so incredibly intelligent and smart. I am the best police officer ever. I just have to hope that they don't run it around, because if they run in the hall, it's like kind of disrespectful.
Hi again. So,
Hey, about the
yes?
church.
What's the deal?
I managed to convince her she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition: she needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
Speed Freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. You're gonna have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There will be no shady shenanigans in the church, only love and hypnotic dance music.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Wow. They're gone. Felt like they were just here yesterday. What is that? It's like green. Said it was gonna take him a few hours, but okay, that was fast.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out
Now
the
the only
sound.
thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Okay, what do you propose is the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective.
The speed freak with the yellow beads around his neck looks at you.
No, it's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, Azil, what would you suggest?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true.
You want real?
Like a morning after
Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
No, give me your 2 cents on the issue.
The amnesia.
That sucks, bro.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
Okay, Suno, do you have an opinion on this?
I don't. Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Kim, how would you name the
I
club?
wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has
True. Let's ask the
ideas,
Crabman for
myself.
his ideas.
Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium. Oh, dude, I want to do that so bad because the name of the video game. Oh my god. No Truce with the Furies. Revachol West. I mean, obviously the best one is Disco Elysium. Ah, fuck. You know what? Yeah, Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
No Truce with the Furies was the old name before Disco Elysium. Really? Interesting. No Truce with the Furies. I don't really know if I get why it was called that. Was the game completely different before that?
Past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
Then why was it... I don't really understand the name then.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Also, like Kim's portrait was the first iteration and they just kept it. Oh, is that why it feels like it's a little bit different quality from Harry's?
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience.
So then, what are you doing, Andre?
Dancing.
Doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be Dancing?
I gotta teach this kid how to dance. We should talk about it, your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
Yes, he jumps up and down with glee. Yippee! His moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of club
Talk.
lights.
What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
I mean, it's perfect, Dimo. It is perfect. I feel like Carrie's is still a little bit, I don't know.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Is it important to you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
3%. There's no shot I'm gonna do this. No words, just dance.
Goodbye, officer.
I gotta figure out how to do this better. Savoir faire. There's gotta be a better way to dance. I think I have to keep looking for Honor Van Eyck stuff to make the song more hardcore.
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind.
Again?
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
How do you like it in the church?
Back on the
Yeah, okay.
The first page of the
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate.
Alright, whatever.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is an dance
What?
music.
What did you say?
I said, how's the project going?
Hear you! The music is too loud!
The project, how's it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
Doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekokata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes! Let me know how it goes!
He only has a 4.5 though, doesn't he?
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
And can you please route soon as a signal through my speakers?
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or
Fuck, maybe I should have asked again. Instead of going immediately with 3.5. That's 3.5, no doubt about it.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people!
Oh. With a granny stakes to plug into the auxiliary line and you hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Thank God.
Great! Someone got through Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg the music.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the honor for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The honor will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
I am so glad that somehow worked, even though I fucked up. Alright, I talked to Egghead. He can plug your cable. You can unmute your speakers now.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue
Egghead is such a unique character. Honestly, Egghead is one of my favorite characters in the entire game.
Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
I think what Egghead is trying to say here is the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
This guy needs new dance moves.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods.
Wait, is the noise from this going to be the same noise that killed me earlier?
Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster.
Why would it move to the... what?
Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
Hold on for a moment.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous on maximum volume. Nah, never mind. I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clearing in the cupboard fills the air. Or crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveting on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
It was in me at first.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously. His eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Uh-oh. She looks up, a screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to earth! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
Am I gonna die again?
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Everybody don't panic, it's... What is this? The fucking... Bird box? Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Start tapping your foot. Everyone don't panic, it's beautiful.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off.
Wee. Hello, Mika.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it.
But then it stops. Totally and
No.
utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman.
It was the
you
Golden
too.
Aqua. Holy
And
shit.
you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear
It was
that?
very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
You're gonna write to Silly Slav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you gonna...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I
The Golden Aqua.
Yes. And we have to get back to
Let me say the
stabilizing
Golden
Martinez.
Aqua right fucking now. I'm gonna explode, dude. I'm
Instead
not
of
even
demolishing
kidding.
it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you. You just don't have the pieces yet. You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together.
The Pale unknown. How do I learn more about the Pale? I have 2 level ups. Arnovan Ike I should keep for now. We have that thing that's on the tree. I should write myself a note for that, because I think we're gonna stop. Tree. Bronze thingy. Jamais-vu. All intellectual incaps. That's good though. Like, that's actually really good. Some long way home. Learning cap for perception. Where's my perception at anyway? I don't even need that, really. Speed gives 1 side. I don't even really need it. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past it. Blah, blah, blah. Why are you still here? What's the deal? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Ah. White morning. Magnesium-based life form, homosexual underground. Let's do homosexual underground. Alright, save. Oh man. Is there really a time limit? I don't want the game to stop at like 9 days. I feel like I have to do more stuff. Oh man. It's so good. It really is. Every time I'm like, oh, I think you got plenty of time. I mean, it does kind of feel like it. Because despite the fact that I've put like, how much time have I put in this game? Let me double check. How many hours do I have? I have 41 hours in the game. And I'm still only on day 6. This game is long. Jesus Christ. It's really good though. Anyway, next time we will be starting day 7. And seeing how that goes. 2019 Game of the Year. Was it actually? It definitely deserved it if it was. Yeah, that's crazy. I think I might need to change my schedule up a little bit, because I was thinking I would get through these last days faster than I thought I would, because... faster than I actually would, because I did not realize how much more there was left. I underestimated it. Anyway, though. Playing more Disco Elysium tomorrow. At least I think. Let me double check. Yeah, tomorrow I'm pretty sure. But it should be fun. And we'll do more. But for now, thank you guys for coming to watch. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, dusk, dawn, whatever time it is for you. Take care of yourselves, drink some water, eat some food, take care of your daily responsibilities, and get some sleep if you have to. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.